Welcome back, everybody. Well, guess what? Things are on fire. Literally on fire. Well, we just heard on the news, most of us, U.S. aid that were told to burn every classified document. Get rid of all the incriminating evidence. And you guys talking about DOORDASH and Uber Eats and the rest of the gig economy companies out there, the shit that they do. When the system is doing a lot worse. A system that's supposed to be protecting all the people, including delivery drivers as well. But you're on your own. You're on your own. And what do the members have to say about Elon Musk? Especially what the Dems had to say, because they had a hearing. Screaming and yelling at Elon Musk. Who the hell is he? What does he get? Why does he get to do whatever he wants? And blah, blah, blah. And they're furious. When you have an agency that trillions of dollars have been given to, trillions of dollars of the American people's money, and it's not being used for the American people, it's getting used for woke bullshit programs and to help the Dems and their bank accounts and other people's bank accounts overseas, and you're not seeing anything. Not even a program for the gig economy. What is it better to have? A transgender comic book somewhere in South America, or should we have a program for the gig economy? Here in America, what's more important? They send, how many millions of dollars are sent to some place in Africa for the men over there so they can have a circumcision? Is that more important, or to have an agency or a program for the gig economy that the drivers here are suffering? What's more important? You tell me. Is it more important for India? Was it India? No, it was Iraq. Is it more important for Iraq to have a Sesame Street show? Millions of dollars were given to them. They have their own citizens. They pay their own taxes. And the taxes that they collect from Iraq, they can use that to open up their own Sesame Street program or show. So we're working for everybody else, but not for us. Since when? Since when that's the fact? That people are working out there and paying all this money so other people in other countries, they can have shit, but not us. And the delivery driver gets treated like crap. The delivery driver is like he doesn't even exist. You're like in a third world country. You're like a third-class citizen. A third-class citizen here in America as a delivery driver. No rights whatsoever. And as you heard, and if you have watched recently, you guys should stop by and check it out. Go to the channel, The Mic Drop Barbecue. He posted an article where it shows evidence where Uber paying so much money there in Washington, D.C. to have their way and do whatever Uber wants. And get away with everything. And do whatever they want with the drivers. Treat them like slaves. And we were supposed to be happy about that. And now we're hearing, it's supposed to be U.S. aid. It's to aid everybody else, the politicians, the Dems, but not the American people. Well, obviously, that type of organization or agency needs to be shut down. Completely. And why are you burning and shredding documents, classified documents? Because a lot of that shit that's in there, more incriminating evidence showing the shit that they're doing, and they don't want any of that to come out, so they're going to burn it. They're going to burn it. There you go. Yeah, they should shut it down completely. They're talking about 83%. No. Shut the whole thing down completely. Completely. Completely shut it down. They have betrayed the American people. The American citizens have been betrayed. Period. If this was happening in another country, the citizens there would have rised up, go to that agency and burn it down themselves. When you go to other countries, that's what they do. Talking about, oh, all these Republicans are so radical. You see them doing any of that? No. You see any protests going on? No. So there you go. Who's yelling and screaming? The Dems, because they want more of corruption and your money in their bank accounts. How the hell did AOC get $27 million in the bank when she only gets paid $100-something thousand a year? Where is all that money? That's your money, guys. That's your money. And here's $27 million from the taxpayers in your bank account for pushing the Sodom and Gomorrah ideology to the rest of the country. While they're benefiting, their pockets are getting fat, and the rest of the world, their pockets are getting fat. You're sitting out there running around, $2 for 10 miles, $5 for 10 miles. Stacked orders. 2 customers. Total pay, including tips, $2. There you go. What a country, right? And we're supposed to love that system. And we're supposed to agree to that. And we're supposed to be happy with that. Just like the World Economic Forum came out and said, you will have nothing and be happy. Not for him. Doesn't apply to them, that statement. It only applies to you, to your citizens in America. You should have nothing and be happy, not us. We're going to have millions of dollars in our bank accounts. We got that money from you guys. That's why you guys don't have anything anymore. Because we got it all. And now they're coming for us. Now they're going to show even more documents and more evidence, incriminating evidence of more bullshit that they were doing. Now they're shredding these documents and burning them. Hey, check the news. Check the news out and see what I'm talking about. There you go. Why DoorDash is so bad. Why Uber Eats is so bad. Why Spark app is so bad. Why they be robbing, they be stealing, they be lying. The system itself is teaching them that. They're all lobbying. They're all donating millions of dollars to these Dems so DoorDash can get to do what they want to do. And Uber gets to do what they want to do. Spark and the rest of them. They get to do whatever they want to do. They paid for it. That's why they're doing it. They paid for it. All they have to do, all the Dems have to do is look the other way. While DoorDash rains havoc on the drivers. Like Uber rain havoc on the drivers too. And the rest of the gig economy companies. There you go. I told you guys, they go hand in hand. They're together. They're part of their team. That's the elite team. They're talking about, oh, we're going to go against the billionaires and the big shots. No, they're in cahoots with the billionaires. They're in cahoots with all the gig economy companies, all the Hollywood, All the music industry, all the tech industries, powerful. Social media, they're in cahoots with them, these billion-dollar companies. They're friends, they're buddies. You are their enemy. You. Well, more like you are their bread and butter. Because all this shit wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you guys handing everything to them. You handed everything to them. Just hand it over. That's it. No questions asked. We get to decide what we're going to do with your money. And then they're talking about executive decisions, executive branch, and laws and government. Bullshit. They're doing whatever they can possibly do. Nothing is written down for all this shit that they're doing and what they're doing. None of that is justified. There you go. Now you know. The American citizens, including all you gig economy delivery drivers, you're on your own. You're on your own. But finally, we got somebody that's going to is trying to put a stop to it. But you can see how hard it is. The opposition is big. Is enormous, the opposition. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy at all. Half the country, they'd be robbing, they'd be stealing. That's half the country. And I bet you it's even more than half. They have corrupted good people out there. They have corrupted citizens. They have corrupted people in their same party that they're in. They have corrupted them as well. And also corrupted other politicians on the other party. And a lot of people out there have been corrupted by this shit. And we're running around and talking about Uber, how bad Uber is and how DOORDASH is. Isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious? When you have a system, which is Sodom and Gomorrah, total anarchy, anything goes. What do you think these big billionaire companies, what do you think they're going to do? They're given the green light to do whatever they want to. Nobody's going to touch them, obviously. If I don't care for the American people, why am I going to try and go after Uber? Why am I going to try and go after DOORDASH? Why should I? I don't care for the people. There's your evidence right there. If they cared, you wouldn't see this shit going on. No, you wouldn't. If they cared. There you go. Enough said. Hope that went through a lot of people's minds. And it's synced in. Hopefully it's synced in. Hopefully this shit is embedded in memory. So you know. The facts. Those are the facts. You got a bunch of thugs, bunch of thieves, a bunch of clowns out there running around. And that's who's taking care of the system for all these years. And even though you'll have a different president, they're still in control. The left is still in control in a lot of these things out there. And the opposition, like I said, it's enormous. They want, the normal for them is corruption and mayhem, robbing and stealing. That's their system. Period. Not a care in the world for the American people, including delivery drivers too. You're in there. No tax on tip, we're voting against that. No tax on overtime, we're voting against that too. No tax on Social Security, we're voting against that too. They're voting against all of you. Period. How clear do you want the message to be? Like you're not living in it, you're not experiencing the results? You guys don't feel like you're abandoned out there? As a gig driver, you don't feel like you're abandoned? Your voices don't mean anything? Enough said. Catch you guys later.